What is up, good people? Jungle Inc. here. Hope you're doing well. Bitcoin still pretty flat. And a lot of people, they're blaming the fact that Bitcoin didn't go straight to the moon when ETFs launched on the fact that we're seeing a lot of outflows from Grayscale. And I don't 100% agree with that, because while there is a lot of people fleeing Grayscale because of their ridiculous fees, I don't know why they left it at 1.5% after they transitioned over into an ETF. It's absolutely outrageous, and no one's going to stick around. But while there are significant outflows, as I said there would be from Grayscale, well, you have equal inflows going in to BlackRock, Fidelity, ARK, and all the other ETF funds. These people, they're not just taking their money and going home. They didn't wait till this moment to cash out. Yeah, they're going to move out of Grayscale, but into another product. So I don't think that's really what's causing it. And we see JP Morgan saying exactly that. JP Morgan sees significant capital from existing crypto products pouring into new spot Bitcoin ETFs. So people are rolling out of things like MicroStrategies, Grayscale, probably a lot of the various stocks they were invested in to get crypto exposure, and they're going directly, into Bitcoin. So there's some consolidation going on here. But, I expect there to be even more of a lull as we get past that historic event, the FOMO subsides, and we will see what that volume is really at, is a kind of building place, a springboard. As we continue forward, you'll see it pick up, and more demand build up as we really work through a bull run. We're not there yet. So this is just a time to relax and see where things settle in at, and always keep your eye out for value and good opportunities. That's all I would say here. Good news, the IRS stepping back their crypto tax rules, and that's where they wanted people, if you received in the course of a trade or business $10,000 worth of crypto, you had to report it the same as cash. Currently, the IRS is saying hold off on that, but they did not state if they intend to issue some new regulation or new guidance. So this still may happen. Usually things like this, they don't just roll it out and then it disappears. They kind of work on it a little bit and roll it back out down the road. I expect this will return. And again, this rule didn't affect the regular person that just receives crypto. It has to be within your trade or business. I think there's some sense here, of course, to it. But it was unworkable the way it was written before. So they have to go back to the drawing board and come out with some new draconian laws for us and procedures for us to follow. A lot of people here, we see this story, are claiming that the Cardano's ADA token is useless. There's this full report that was issued out by K33 Research. And, this is the deal. You don't have to read research reports. Just go over the Cardano blockchain and try it out for yourself. There's actually a lot going on. There's a lot of building. There's a lot of applications right now as we speak. On this report, they said, well, they don't have Circle and they don't have USDT Tether, and therefore nothing's happening on the network, and that's just nonsense. Just don't worry about these types of reports. Check it out for yourself. See how many dApps are there. Play around with a little bit of the dApps, and you'll see really quick that Cardano is a lively chain with a lot going on, and nothing can be better research than just digging in there yourself and checking it out. Cardano, one of my favorite picks over the long run to really be a contender in that layer 1 smart contract arena, and K33 does not change my mind in that regard. Lastly, we saw Brad Garlinghouse up on stage with this fireside chat in Davos. I said before the video earlier in the day that I was really happy with his answer on why Ripple right now is not IPOing. It's a lot of things. Of course, Ripple doesn't need the cash. Doesn't mean someday they don't want to go public. And basically he said, look, if we give them our S1 with all of our activities, they're just going to weaponize it. They're going to use all this information against us and figure out a way to sue us. And that's what they did when Ripple voluntarily met with them in the past. That's what happened when Coinbase did their public filing. They gave them a peek behind the curtain and just a lot of information, that they could weaponize against these various crypto players. It's best just to sit back, watch things develop. Gary Gensler won't be there forever. Now, he calls U.S. SEC Chair Gary Gensler a political liability, and that very well may be the case. Again, it's an election year. He's become very unpopular. A lot of big pockets out there that want to get some sort of crypto regulation, some sort of workable framework through the door, especially now that you got your BlackRocks, your Fidelities fully in this crypto game, and they just want to expand, and they don't want to put up with this nonsense. Now, part of the problem is it's not just Gary Gensler. Of course, he's given his marching orders by Elizabeth Warren, by President Biden, and other people in the administration. Again, he's a puppet, just like anyone. he gets his orders from someone above him and he kind of executes that. So I can't say it's all on Gary Gensler, but whatever he's doing, it ain't working. The SEC always tried to tout, we're undefeated in court. We haven't lost on a crypto issue. Well, that's before Gary Gensler, took that chair position. And now they're just getting smoked in court, just taking unreasonable positions, unwilling to settle, even though you probably could have got a good settlement term there. And he just doesn't seem to know what to do to try to bring this space into some form of compliance. And probably part of it is he's getting political pressure, but it's going to flip the other way, and they're going to try to toss all the blame on him. It's not good. Again, the Congress, they might not be subpoenaing him, but when they pull him up there and ask him all these hard questions, it really puts a bad image out there, and he is a political liability in an election year. I'd be surprised, even if we see another term of President Biden, if he sticks around. And again, anything can happen in an election year. Maybe there won't be a second term. Probably Gary Gensler's days are limited here, but we'll see it play out. Let me know what you think down below. And as always, please like, please subscribe. The revolution will be televised right here on Jungle Link.